In this video, I'm going to be giving you a step-by-step guide to follow to lose 12 to 24 pounds in 3 months while maintaining strength or maybe even building strength. So all you got to do is sit back, relax, maybe take out a piece of paper, take some notes, because that'll probably make you more likely to actually follow these steps. But without further ado, let's get right into it and let me show you how to build muscle and lose fat at the same time. So I'm going to split this up between two different sections, one training, one nutrition, but make sure to stick around for the training section, because a lot of people, they think they know how to train, but in reality, when it comes down to it, that's actually the reason why they're not making any results, and I'm going to get into it. So how this is going to work is I'm going to kind of do it in like a checklist format, and then just make sure to be following it. And if you're not following it, write it down, start implementing it. Now we can start building muscle and losing fat. So number one on the list is progressive overload. Obviously, and you guys know that for the most part. You guys know to increase the rep ranges, increase the set ranges, increase the weight on the bar. But what a lot of people don't do, and this is what I'm trying to get at, is add an extra day in a week to grow that specific body part. So let's say I want to grow my chest, for example. Instead of hitting it 1 day a week, do it 2 times a week, max 3 times a week. And that's another form of progressive overload that'll get you to see progress and build muscle faster. So that's checklist item number one. Number two is localized training effect. And this is important because it helps you grow muscle faster. I know a lot of people don't really like to hit legs, and that's kind of making them not grow to their full potential, because when you train a certain muscle, it also has a localized muscle building effect in different areas around it. So if I'm training legs, it has a muscle building effect on my abs, my back, my glutes, maybe even my chest a little bit, So I know a lot of people don't like to go as intense on legs, maybe even skip legs, but they're leaving gains on the table when they do that, because they're not going hard enough, not intense enough on their legs. So they're missing out on the localized training effect, testosterone boost, and all that jam. So that's number two. Make sure to be hitting every single muscle group with the same intensity as your favorite body part that you like to hit. That's a good way of putting it. Now, number three is choosing the hard to do workouts, the compound movements, the ones that you don't want to do, like the squats, the deadlifts, the hip thrusts, because it's those exercises that gets you to change your body overall. Yes, it might not give you a pump, but that doesn't matter, because it's there. Those exercises are there to change you overall and really give you the transformation you're looking for. So once you do those, then you could do the accessory work like leg press, like the leg extensions, and get that pump that you're looking for. But you will never change if you're solely focused on the pump and not focused on trying to transform, which is why it's important to do the hard to do exercises, the compound movements. Number four is intensity. You have to go intense enough. I see all the time in the gym, people in the gym for 2, 3, 5 years with zero change because they're not going intense enough. You need to go hard. You need to go in with 100% effort. And let me show you some videos that what it really looks like. And that's what I'm talking about. But a lot of people only really go through the motions at the gym just to say they went to the gym. But at that point, you're almost just wasting your time. Well, if the goal is to build muscle and lose fat. Now, number five, I added this one in here because I get this question a lot. Do you need to change your exercise routine if you are cutting, bulking, or whatever? In this case, like a lean bulk, building muscle, losing fat. No, you don't have to do that. As long as you're focused on progressive overload and trying to grow in that way, and you're not going over like 50 rep ranges, you're totally fine. Keep it the same. Keep doing what you're doing. Now, the last one I wanted to add is cardio. Should you do it, especially if you're trying to build muscle and lose fat? I think it's always beneficial to do so. Do it for like 1 or 2 days and do sprint interval training, which is like sprinting, stuff like that, or HIIT cardio. Okay, now let's get to the nutrition side of things. So number one I wanted to talk about, which I know a lot of people don't like doing, but it's calorie counting. Calorie counting is so important because you actually know where you're getting your results from. For example, if I drop 300 to 500 calories, then I'm eating less, and I start losing 1 to 2 pounds a week, I know that it's coming from that calorie drop. Now, if I ever start to like not see any more progress, all I have to do is drop calories a little bit more. I start going on my way and making more and more progress and getting leaner and leaner. The reason why it's so beneficial is because you know where your results are coming from, and you're not doing a diet and hoping that it works someday, like keto or carnivore. Sometimes a lot of people go on this diet and it's working, but you really have no control over it. So you just never want to be in that position to have no control of why or why not you're getting results. Because if you do run into a plateau, you won't know where the hell to even start. Like, why are you running into the plateau in the first place? That's why calorie counting is so beneficial, because you can track that data and then you can fix the problems that maybe might arise. Now, number 2, macros. Once you find out your calories, how should you split up your macros? And to be honest, as long as you have a high enough protein, about 30 to 40%, you could split up the carbs with however you want. Because at the end of the day, if you want to build muscle, lose fat, get shredded, get abs, it really only comes down to staying within your calories and hitting your protein mark. So if you have more carbs and fats one day and then more fats than carbs the other day, doesn't really matter. I like to keep a balance of carbs, proteins, and fats, because that gives me specifically the best energy, just overall in the gym, but also in life in general. So it makes the whole dieting process, easier. Number 3 is having about 40 to 50 grams of protein in each meal across 3, 4, 5 different meals, depending on your specific protein goal. Like, for example, I have to get about 200 grams of protein every single day. So I split it up between 4 different meals with 50 grams in each single meal. Now, number 4, can you and should you cheat on your diet? Hell yeah. If you're a person like me and you like to socialize and be around family, and we do that with food, it's very hard to stick to ground beef and cottage cheese every single day, So all you got to do is really just stick to the 80-20 rule. 80% whole foods, 20% coming from like whatever you want to cheat on with, honey buns, cupcakes, 20% from that, and you're solid. It's going to make you stay more consistent, and if you're consistent enough, you're going to actually get results. Now, I did want to mention it's always going to be best to eat whole foods because it's better for your metabolism, your hormones. It's going to make you change faster. But I'd rather win the slow race and win at the end of the day than try to speed things up by staying super, super strict and consistent and then end up binging out and never getting to my goal. So follow the 80-20 rule and you'll be solid. So let's kind of just run through everything real quick and then screenshot this checklist and then just start implementing the ones you need to start seeing results faster. So number 1, progressive overload. Number 2, localized training effect. Number 3, choose the hard workouts. Number 4, high intensity. Number 5, start calorie counting. Number 6, have a balanced macro split. Number 7, split up your grams of protein, 40 to 50 grams within different meals throughout the day. You can cheat on your diet. And that's basically about it. But I do have one more tip that is crucial for you to see results, and that is self-accountability. Now, self-accountability is so important, and you need to treat it as such, because if you want to get to your goal, you need to be making sure you're making progress. You need to be making sure you know where that progress is coming from, and it'll help you solve the problems that need to be solved if you ever run into them. And that's what I'm going to teach in this video somewhere that I'm going to put up in there. So if you want to learn about that and you want to get results faster, then click on that video and learn how to do it. So last but not least, if you are confused about this whole process, you really don't know where to start when it comes to building muscle and losing fat. If you struggle with that and you want some more in-depth coaching, you can click the link below and we can set out a time where we can go over your specific problems and your goals and see if we can't come up with a game plan together for you to follow to get results and get to where you want to be. Just click the link below and book a call with me. Other than that, I hope this helped, and I'll see you guys in the next one.